I realize that this is sort of academic, but here is an example of where we're at. The United States Supreme Court has actually legalized murder of the planet, okay, by providing immunity to a universe killer state of mind. Okay, so start with that. What's worse, when you get into the hazmat and environmental engineering waste cleanup, there was a time in my life going back to the Idaho National Engineering Laboratory or the nuclear power generation or the Navy put solid sailors through nuclear training like nuclear subs. I worked for a company which was called WasteGen as an environmental technical engineer on hazardous waste cleanup. So on Legal AF, they're recently talking about a case where apparently Chevron oil off the Louisiana coast pollutes the water. Remember? The water. Poison the water. And then the Supreme Court potentially is going to provide immunity for them, which means who's going to pay for the cleanup? We do. Our electrical power is used as a transfer of electrical life force power to pay for what they do. So we provide the electrical power that is what allows them to poison the planet through an AI network. Okay? That's the truth of it. That's why early on in my life, when I went to the schools that I did, my intention was to hold accountable all the polluters that are trying to kill off all equally sacred sentient life forms that require water that's been poisoned, poisoning the blood of the planet, to kill the planet off, which is to kill the universe. That's why it's crisis level security, because the speed at which it can write its code into a living cell, and that alters the spatial orientation of a living self-aware cell, a living spirit. Yeah. And so you can see where, when you put this through the lens of the United States government, and why so many people are upset, particularly in the legal community, is they realize that the executive branch of the government and the U.S. representative form of government doesn't work anymore. It's a completely failed experiment.